Bob here. Welcome to episode 3 of making our country freezer ice cream maker using a Maytag 92 engine. We're going to try to get the whole ice cream freezer to fit inside of this wagon. It's a Berlin Flyer made by Berlin Wood Products in Ohio. They were since bought out by Holmes Molding. But we're going to see if we can get it to fit in there. We're hoping to put the freezer and the motor in the front and then put an ice chest in the back. These are great wagons with the no-tip steering, so you don't have to worry about it falling over. And these tops are made by J.N. Fabricators, also in West Liberty, Ohio. Gives it a look like an old covered wagon. So anyway, we're going to mock it up and see if we can get everything to fit inside here. Okay, took off all the sides and the top, and I have this board. This is just a mock-up of the size of the board I want to use. This line right here, if you can see it, this is what will fit inside the wagon, but I made the board a little bit longer just to make sure everything fits. Ultimately, we want to use 1-inch marine plywood trimmed in teak. That'll give it a nice look, plus it'll hold up well to all the water and other engine fluids and all that. So now we're going to go ahead and get all the parts laid on here and see how it fits. Okay, well, you can see things don't fit very well, but I thought I'd go ahead and explain the idea here. So this is about a 4.5-inch pulley, and I plan on using one of these Power Twist Plus belts. It's supposed to not have a lot of vibration, and that's going to drive a 5-to-1 gear reduction. This is made by World Electric. And it's rated for 1.3 horsepower, and they say a service factor of 1.5, so with a single piston engine, so that's about right, 3/4 of a horsepower with a service factor. This 5-to-1 gear reduction should work out well. It's a left-handed one, so if I turn this clockwise, the left side also turns clockwise. And I bought it brand new from Surplus Center, so I need to put an oil in it, run it for 24 hours, change oils to wash it out, then put oil back in. Haven't done any of that. Bought this pulley also from them. You can see it looks great on one side. The other side, the hole completely misses the center of the boss. So totally made in China junk. Anyway, found a one on clearance from Granger, about the same size. So I'm not going to use this. I might return it. So that's not going to work, but the final pulley will slide right on the shaft, and it will drive this timing belt. And I decided to go with timing belts instead of flat pulleys because you need a lot of tension on a V-belt so it doesn't slip when it's rotating at low speed. So here it's going to rotate almost 1-to-1, reduce 5-to-1, and then this is 84 tooth timing belt against a 16 tooth pulley. And the freezer, country freezer, and this bearing and Lovejoy connector came from Country Freezer also, and it's 5/8 shaft with a key that'll fit nicely onto this 5/8 pulley. So I plan on making a steel bracket to hold this bearing that'll go down to this board as well. And the whole idea is that this board will be able to slide. Let me move the freezer out of the way. This board will be able to slide forward and backwards, which will do a few things. It will engage and disengage the Lovejoy connector, and it will also loosen up the belt. I've seen other designs where the motor slides, and so you can loosen up the motor, but then you still have to pop a pulley off on the side of the ice cream maker. So I thought this would both take the load off the motor for starting, and then also disengage the Lovejoy connector. So not sure how I'm going to actuate this yet, whether I have a lever or some kind of cam mechanism, but either way, this thing will need to slide about an inch or 2 inches or so. This is the Country freezer. It's a 6-quart freezer, and the Lovejoy connector screws on. It also comes with a handle in case we want to hand crank it, in case we can't get the motor running as well as we want to. But it's a cast top, zinc gears, and then a 6-quart freezer. Quality looks nice. My second choice would have been an Immergood one. Both this and the Immergood are sold by Lehman's Hardware in Ohio. Great place for finding non-electrically powered items. The quality looks pretty good. The belt's a little bit, or the bands are a little bit loose, and I'm also going to rotate them to put the bands on the backside so you can't see them. And these are some stainless steel tie-down straps. I'll probably brush these out so they look a little bit better. The whole idea is that this bucket sits on this another wooden board that can tilt. So I have a hinge here, stainless steel hinge, and the whole idea is you want the bucket to be able to tilt so you can dump out all the ice. So that's another reason I want the Lovejoy connector to disengage, so then it's easy to jump out, tilt out the bucket. So this was made for 1.5 inches. For 2 3/4 inch, I'm going to have to get one that's made for 2 inches if I go with the 1-inch marine plywood. So anyway, that's the whole mock-up. You can see it doesn't fit. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do. Either maybe I can take a little bit of length out of this right angle gear assembly, or I might just have to use this wagon but have it overextend on the front and back to make this ice cream freezer fit. So anyway, that's it for now for the mock-up. I'll see you soon.